Time Friday.
Looky here, folks. According to CNN, Pelosi says Obama would veto the Republican student loan plan. Sort of tells you how important it is to him. What is the Republican student loan plan? Well, I'll tell you what it is. The Republican student loan plan is a piece of legislation that would prevent the interest rate from doubling. Student loan interest rate's supposed to go up, it's supposed to double on July 12th. So John Boehner and the House Republicans have proposed legislation to prevent that from happening. CNN reporting that Nancy Pelosi says Obama would veto that. Why? This is so brazen and blatant. He wants the issue. He's going to veto this so that student loan rates will go up so that he can blame Republicans for it. He is counting on the fact that the media will not significantly report the Republicans tried to stop it. Pelosi is attacking the Republican bill. And this is what they're saying, because this is pay-go. Okay, how are we going to pay for this? The student loan interest rate, so the government runs it now. So if the higher the interest rate goes, the more the government gets. So if you're not going to have the student loan rate doubled, then the government says, oh, we're losing money here. So Boehner and the boys, to make up the loss, take $5.8 billion from Obamacare. And Pelosi is attacking Boehner's bill because it uses that $5.8 billion from Obamacare's preventive health program. She's calling it an attack on the health of American women. Apparently, only American women benefit from preventative health care. Now, never mind that Democrats voted earlier this year to take money from the Preventive Health Fund to help pay to keep doctors' Medicare reimbursements from dropping. And never mind that Obama's own budget proposed cutting $4 billion from the same fund to pay for some of the other stuff that he wanted. The GOP has always been against the interest rate on student loans going up. They just want to pay for it. Again, folks, just so everybody's clear, the student loan interest rate is scheduled to double because of legislation the Democrats wrote in 2007. The Republicans, and since the government runs the student loan program, all the interest payments go to the government now, not private sector banks. So if the student loan interest rate's scheduled to double, then the government's telling itself it's going to have that much more money coming in as people pay off their loans and pay the new interest rate. So the Republicans come along and say, no, we're going to make sure the interest rate doesn't go up. Well, no. Well, that means the government's going to lose that money. Oh, no, government can't do with a penny less than it has ever spent. It can't be, that's right, it's different when Obama does it, but because Obama can spend all kinds of money he wants, doesn't have to be paid for. The Republicans have to pay for what they do. So the government is not going to do without the money that's supposed to be flowing in with the interest rate doubling. So Boehner's going to go get it. And there's plenty of it, by the way, from Obamacare. It's got so much wasteful spending in it, it's obscene. And Pelosi's, no, we're not supporting that. You're not going to take money from the Obamacare. Why? That's going to hurt women. Here's breaking news the way the AP is reporting this. House ignores Obama's veto threat, okays bill keeping federal student loan interest rates from doubling. The bill passed 215 to 195, which means some Democrats voted with the Republicans. I'm assuming so. I'm assuming it's bipartisan. In 2007, it's important to remember this so you can tell all your friends. In 2007, the Democrat-controlled Congress could have made this interest rate permanent. Nobody could have stopped them. They had a veto-proof majority. The Democrats were playing a political game. 212 is an election year. student loan interest rate doubling in July of an election year they can blame on Republicans. They wrote that into the law. They could have kept it permanent. So the Republicans want to lower the student loan interest rate, quote unquote, pay for it by grabbing $5 billion from Obamacare. Pelosi says, nope, not going to do that. And Obama's threatening to veto it now. I think Republicans next ought to go after Obama's $8 billion slush fund, which he implemented that to keep from gutting Medicare Advantage before his elections. I think I'd take the gloves off, and I just go for everything now. But all you need to know is here's Obama's out campaigning to every college student audience he can find, trying to scare the heck out of them that their student loan interest rate's going to double in July because of the Republicans. The Republicans have just voted to prevent it from doubling, and Obama's promising to veto it.